A popular comment that I got on my YouTube channel not too long ago reads the following: "I'm sorry for existing." The reason why I'm bringing up this comment is because this comment resonated with me on such a personal level, and I kind of wanted to talk about that. Specifically the phrase, "I'm sorry," and then specifically feeling sorry for existing. For about 4 years, for a really long time, I actually got into a horrible habit of apologizing. Not that it was horrible that I was consistently apologizing, but "I'm sorry," quote unquote, got baked into my personal vocabulary so much that somebody would be like, "Oh, Amanda, can you hand me that spoon?" And my response would just be, "I'm sorry, here you go." I could walk into a place and instead of just saying, "Can I use the bathroom?" or "Where is the bathroom?" I would go, "I'm sorry, where's the bathroom?" When you're asking for a glass of water at somebody's house and they offered at the beginning, "Oh, and if you guys want water," I would be like, "I'm sorry, yeah, can I actually grab some? I'm sorry." I said "I'm sorry" so much. I think I might have even said it in a couple of these videos, but I used to have an incessant need to anxiously apologize, because that's kind of what it is, like an anxious apology. I had this incessant need to say "I'm sorry" between every single sentence and between every single interaction with other people, because I genuinely felt bad for existing. Comment below if you have "I'm sorry," quote unquote, baked into your vocabulary as well, because something extremely interesting about this phrase, not only would people respond being sort of like, "Oh, you don't have to apologize," sometimes people would also respond and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry too." And then it would become like this chain reaction. Other people would start apologizing for literally nothing. Even at my camping trip with my camping group, I would say "I'm sorry" so much because I felt so bad for existing, because I felt I couldn't keep the group together. Long story short, I went on a wilderness expedition where I spent 10 days outside with a group of people. It was very difficult because we endured hail, we endured a storm, we made it almost all the way up to Canada by foot. This was extremely difficult work, but I felt so inadequate. That's what I would say. I'm the weakest link of this group. So then I would constantly apologize, to the point where other people in my camp group would also start apologizing. Like, that's how contagious the "I'm sorry" can be. And it's this anxious apology thing. You are not alone if you feel sorry for existing. But why do we feel this way? And why is it common for other people to also feel sorry, right? I know I'm not the only one who was apologizing I'm sorry" between sentences. This phrase was truthfully baked into my vocabulary for the longest. It would get to the point where my friends would start saying, "Amanda, the next time you say "I'm sorry," I'm gonna put $1 in the jar." Or the next time somebody says it, because that's how addicting apologizing for existing was. And it's not even addicting, an anxious thing, but it felt addicting. I felt the need to include the phrase "I'm sorry" in every interaction because it made me feel kind of relieved for existing, because I genuinely felt bad to be around other people. Because some of us that deal with this anxiety, right, we think that everybody has access to all like our darkest demons. So when we're interacting with people and when we're out there and we're talking and we're just existing, we're constantly in the anxious state, thinking that everyone knows your darkest demons and thinking that you just have to apologize for your existence. Hey, it was almost like a way to clear my name. "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." Coming from this place of guilt and anxiety that I was harboring for ways that I was treating myself, harsh ways, because I genuinely felt I was a burden just existing in the same room as people. You know, like I've dealt with a lot of body image issues. So a lot of times you can be anxious in a room of people. Oh, I'm too fat. I'm too thin. I'm too this. I'm too that. I'm too insecure. Forget whether or not I'm ugly. I'm too insecure. People can read this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a human. We're apologizing for being human. What do you really have to be sorry for? The problem is that a lot of us do feel sorry for just existing, and that's sad. Why? Why do we feel that? But it's a thing. I felt it for years, and even to this day, depending on settings or people or situations, I wish I could just preface that with an I'm sorry to clear my name. So anyways, why are we apologizing? Let's get a couple. So the Hermit card came through. So this is a lot about isolation and being in a state of isolation and reintegrating yourself in a community with people. When you've been isolated so long, it's easy to lose your strength card coming through. It can be very easy to lose your strength when you're isolated for so long, and you kind of begin to feel guilty about it. And then you feel the need to apologize. There's nothing wrong for being imperfect, being human. It doesn't matter. Yeah, the past resentment, 5 of Swords is coming through. Sometimes the victory is not worth the cost. Ain't that the truth? A lot of us feel extremely sorry because we lack the self-love, Queen of Cups coming through in the reverse. And then with the Page of Wands here in the upright, we lack the self-love and the potential understanding that we are infinite and that we are the universe and that we are abundant in just existing. It doesn't matter if you're homeless or you're a celebrity. You don't have to be sorry for existing. The fact you're here is already good enough, right? And then we have, a lot of this work is going to be about gaining perspective with the 7 of Cups coming through. There's something to understanding that your high expectations of yourself don't even exist out there, right? A lot of us feel sorry because we are apologizing for not living up to the ideal, the impossible ideal, and the perfectionist standards that we try to live up to. There's a need to accept that we're all incredibly human, and this means incredibly imperfect. I'm gonna end it there though for today's video. Please come back, tune in for Sunday's video. I will have another video posted on Sunday. I'm sorry I didn't stick to the regular schedule this week. It was actually because I got my wisdom teeth removed, so this video came out later than was planned. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.